I saw this video pop up on my recommended, and I got curious. Now, I've made criticisms of Hutch before. I think of Hutch as essentially an individual who is meant to act as a speed bump against progress for the sake of, well, being against progress. And I'm being rather unironic when I say that. Consistently, if you look through Hutch's video catalog, he is consistently going after people like Kyle Klinsky, like Hassan, and other left-leaning content creators. Because I don't know, maybe he made some like Faustian bargain with the DGG and Destiny, because he used to have tensions with that community, because I think he used to be more ostensibly progressive, and then there was probably like a drama that happened, and now all of a sudden he's become like essentially, I guess, the designated left puncher of DGG. And I saw in the description that Hutch rants about Democratic voters and the lack of appreciation for Biden's progressive record. Now, I can agree. There was a lot of stuff that Biden did pass that was pretty solid. A lot of antitrust stuff. Lena Khan was a very, very good appointment. A lot of, rather pro-union stuff. I think the left does not have a full grasp or understanding as to the reasonings as to why Joe Biden decided to break up the railroad union strike. Generally speaking, I'll just go over it. Lefty speaking here, but the railroad union strike, which happened, and it got fucking broken up by Joe Biden as a result of the upcoming midterms, right? Because it would have been problematic for Biden in order to have good results during the fucking midterms. So what he did was, listen, Jack, with the union heads, we're going to break up this here strike, but we're going to keep negotiating and getting everything you guys want. And the railroad workers were just like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we're fine with this. AOC gave the fucking approval. Same with Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders also was in approval of the fucking plan. And the railroad union workers ended up getting more or less everything they wanted from the fucking companies, because Joe Biden was on their side negotiating in their favor. So they ended up getting what they wanted. A lot of this, however, gets overshadowed by a lot of Joe Biden's weak, feckless policies in capitulations to people like Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, when they basically tanked not only the child tax credits, but also Build Back Better and the IRA, as well as Joe Biden's policy when it came to Israel-Palestine, where he basically just said, okay, Jack, we're just going to let Netanyahu just do whatever he wants. And that left a sour taste in a lot of, and correctly, lefties' mouths. So that's generally speaking the main reasoning for as to why a lot of people do not like Joe Biden. And also the fact that he thought that he was him and decided to not step aside for Kamala Harris when she was basically trying to get the Democratic nomination. And was trying to carry the torch for Joe Biden, and Joe Biden essentially sabotaging Kamala Harris's fucking campaign before it really had any chance whatsoever to get out of the fucking hangar. Like, that's generally why a lot of people on the left do not like Joe Biden very much, and these are very fair things to criticize Joe Biden on, because he similar to Donald Trump, is incredibly fucking egotistical. IMO makes him one of the worst presidents, not because of his actions per se, but because of everything he enabled through the bad things he did. I mostly would agree with that, Boy Meets Mini. But what do we have here from Mr. Hutchington?
President, if he would sign Medicare for All into law if it landed on his desk. He said, I would veto anything that raised taxes on American families. But do you know what is the most important part of that entire exchange?
Didn't Joe Biden said that if Medicare for All was on his desk, he would not sign it into law? I remember him distinctly saying that. No, he said that he would not sign it into law. Why is this your fucking opener, Hutch? You're already lying here. He said that he would be for a public option, which is a capitulation, obviously, on the end of Joe Biden. But we're already immediately starting off with a lie here, talking about how Joe Biden would not sign Medicare for all if it showed up on his desk. I mean, he literally said that in an interview. We could find the clip, but okay.
He was never going to get a Medicare for all bill landing on his desk. It wasn't going to happen. And then you guys take the bait.
Really? How do you know that? There's something called the fucking bully pulpit in progressive momentum, Hutch. You can essentially just bully a bunch of people. Now, because here's how it works. In the House, more than likely would have passed in the House. You need about 109 people, and there's about 109, almost 109 people within the progressive fucking caucus. And all of them inherently agree with getting fucking Medicare for all into fucking, well, as law, generally fucking speaking. It's also very popular with the Democratic sort of electorate, Medicare for all. People want a public fucking healthcare system within the fucking United States of America. This is broadly very, very popular fucking policy. And if a bunch of Democrats want to get in the way of that, you just fucking bully the shit out of them and expose them for what they are. You do some fucking LBJ style fucking politics. But unfortunately, Joe Biden's too much of a fucking coward to do any of that stuff. So that is generally speaking why Medicare for all would not be signed into, well, power? Signed into law, rather. Because of general sort of like a democratic fucking abstemiousness and cowardice. Not because there isn't like enough votes. There's enough votes to bring. If the Democrats had control of the fucking House and the Senate, more than likely that shit would be able to go through. I would generally fucking think so. It would not be fucking stopped because of the general sort of fucking momentum. Even also if Joe Biden was theoretically fucking behind getting a Medicare for all bill signed into fucking law. The problem is that with the Democrats, the political will isn't there, and for something like Medicare for all, the will is just not there, despite the fact that it's very, very fucking popular, which is why people just don't really like the fucking Democratic Party whatsoever, and that's why they are very, very fucking unpopular, generally speaking.
Because you hate normie libs, and you hear him say that, and you hear that answer, and you're like, you see, he doesn't want to give you health care. And then what does Biden do when he's fucking president? You mother... Now I'm crashing out. You fucking mother... Then what does Biden do when he's president? We get healthcare coverage in this country at the highest rate the country had ever seen. 95% of people in this country had healthcare coverage on his...
Yeah, but here's the fucking problem. It's still fucking ACA fucking dog shit. And nobody wants ACA fucking dog shit, my dude. Like... That's the issue. Nobody wants fucking namby-pamby, like barely okay around the fucking edges fucking healthcare. People want a public fucking healthcare system, Hutch, which is why people are not okay with fucking Obamacare, my dude. Like, that's the issue. Yeah, and ACA, because of the shutdown that's happening, it's only gonna get fucking worse.
Watch. And instead of focusing on that, you focus on a bullshit question from 2020 that didn't matter. You are missing the forest through the fucking trees, man. For the love of God. You know who I am black-pilled on, guys? No, I'm not black-pilled. You know who I'm kind of black-pilled on, guys, more than anything else? I'm just gonna accept it, okay? I'm just gonna unabashedly accept my role moving forward as just a full-throated Democratic Party shill. Let's just fucking do it. Let's make it official.
I mean, at least he admits it, I guess. Buddy, that's not a very popular position. Nobody likes Democrats. Everyone fucking hates them. Especially with the shenanigans they pulled because of the fucking government shutdown, capitulating for literally no reason. I mean, it's a play. It's a play, dude.
We can get like a ribbon or like a uniform or a hat or a tattoo. I'm just gonna commit, bro. I'm fully in the tank for the Democratic Party. Because you know what I'm kind of black-pilled on, guys? The fucking voters. The pesky fucking voters. I mean, think about it, because this is remarkable. Biden, and this is Biden's fault, kind of, right? I mean, not in a vacuum, but like it's mostly Biden's fault. Democratic voters are now at a point, and this is just a sentence that just seems kind of... We'll know more when we get more polls, probably next week, about this primary, because I guarantee you there's a ton of pollsters in Maine right now that are asking a lot of people, you know, Democratic primary voters. So we're going to get a clearer picture of how this scandal, or I don't know what you call it, how it impacts the races, but I'm internally preparing for his popularity to go up, you know? But because of Joe Biden.
Wait, is he talking about fucking Graham Plattner? Like the fucking dumbass Nazi tattoo? The fucking death's head? Is that what this is in reference to? Yeah, because people do not want fucking centrist fucking Democrats anymore, dude. The age of neoliberalism is fucking, it's dead. Yeah, like, it's dead. It's fucking over. Nobody wants that shit anymore, my man. Like, I almost want to just be like, cope and fucking seethe about it, Jack, but, like, I don't know, like, how else to fucking put it? Yeah, nobody wants that shit anymore. It's over. Like, the era of neoliberalism is fucking dead. It's over.
We're potentially in a universe where Democratic Party primary voters in Maine think that age is more of a liability than a Nazi tattoo. That's what's going on here. Joe Biden, the things he did as president should have given progressives in this country like actual orgasms. The way he governed as president was by far more than Obama, more than Clinton, more than Carter. Maybe not more than LBJ, you know, like Civil Rights and Voting Rights Act is pretty fucking progressive. More than JFK, you know, like without a doubt, there's no debate about this. Just the most progressive, one of the most progressive presidents literally that has ever served. He was doing things that should have made progressives so fucking horny that they have to excuse themselves during the work week, you know, like they have to go to the bathroom to fucking rub one out or flick the bean. And none of it mattered. I mean, it mattered, but none of it mattered enough to voters. You know what mattered to voters? Him stuttering from time to time and mixing up people's names and, you know, walking like an old guy and then having a brain zap moment on a debate stage. And
okay.
I'm not saying that people shouldn't have been concerned about his age. It's not like I wasn't, but to me, it didn't matter. Like, it just didn't. You know, it was not. Anytime you watched a press conference from him.
Okay. What do you mean it didn't matter to you about his fucking age? I would like to see Hutch. I wonder if Hutch is also like the same dude who constantly now talks about fucking Donald Trump being way too fucking goddamn old. Like I'm not really. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Like, God, his chat is unhinged. I've been reading it. What is he even saying in the chat? Yes, part of the Appalachian Trail company he worked for. The year was founded. Genocide Joe, Cop Mala Harris. I mean, it's like whatever. Who really cares? Wait, modern day progressive politics are so bad. Not even progressives want them. Okay. Let's not fucking pay attention to his like fucking dumbass chat filled with like idiot fucking I don't know, like Democrat fucking shills or some shit. It's like that's not even true. Progressive policy is very, very fucking popular. We can look at every fucking ballot measure that currently exists that just proves this to be the exact opposite. But whatever, dude. Like, nice fucking meme, I guess.
It was always kind of like anxiety provoking because it's like, oh God. You know, does anybody remember what happened the fucking day after the debate? What I recall happening, I think, the day after the debate. Okay, so put yourself in the mindset of the debate, right? Like, really rough start. It did get a little better, you know, as the debate went on. Not by much, but it did get a little better. Like, it was definitely a rough start to that debate. And then I'm in my head thinking,
did we watch the same fucking debate? Rough start. Dude, that shit was fucking cooked, man. Like, Joe Biden's brain was just not fucking there, dude. Like, that shit was not a fucking rough start. It was fucking gone. Like, he got a little better deeper into the fucking debate. Like, a tiny bit better, but you could fucking tell that his brain was just fucking gone, dude. Like, nothing left in the fucking tank. Wallahi, this shit was like totally fucking goddamn cooked from the fucking start in the beginning. Like, it was really, really, really fucking bad, dude. Like, to say that shit was not gonna be fucking baked from the beginning, bro, is don't really fucking agree with that one all that much. I'm not gonna lie. Joe Biden's brain was like basically cooked most of the fucking time, and it really did not help to serve Kamala's fucking chances all that much. It was really, really bad, bro. Like, that shit was so fucking cooked, bro.
in fucking hell, like, there's just no good options right now. He stays in the race, don't love that option. Drops out of the race, don't love that option. It was just, you know, it was just like, all right, well, okay, you know.
No, he should have dropped out. Like, he should have just maintained his fucking promise from the beginning in saying that he was just not going to participate in the fucking race. That was what the voters fucking wanted, Hutch. People did not want... Joe Biden himself also said that he'd be a transitionary fucking candidate, but he lied. He lied. He was pretending. It was a bunch of bullshit. And that's why people are, in particular, quite pissed with what Joe Biden fucking did. He said he was going to be a transition fucking candidate, and then he ended up just staying in the fucking race. Like, we all remember the fucking famous, I'm staying in the race. And that left a fucking really sour taste in the mouths of a lot of fucking people. And that was part of the reason for as to why he got fucking cooked. And it's like I said before and explained earlier, the reason why Joe Biden ended up like basically tanking the chances of the Democrats is because he got in his own fucking head that he was him, and he thought that he was really fucking popular as a result of the midterm results, even though the midterm results were purely born or brought out of the fact that the Republican Party was just absolutely fucking cooked. Like, absolutely fucking cooked. And that was not really because of anything that the Democrats did. It's because of just how much of a fucking disaster the Republicans were in terms of their electoral fucking strategy. It was really bad what the fucking Republican Party was campaigning on. And that shit was totally fucking cooked from the fucking Republicans. That they were completely fucking baked, running on fucking issues that nobody gave much of a flying fuck about. And the Democrats were not really able to fucking follow up on that and punish the fucking Republican Party based off of any of that stuff. Which it should have been the easiest fucking layup in the world, but for some reason they just couldn't fucking do it. And it's just like, okay, well, you know, it's very cool that my heckin' Democratic Parterino is basically not doing everything possible in order to just punish the sheer rank idiocy of the fucking Republican Party, bro. That's great. Fantastic, dude.
Here we go. And so it was like, what do we do? What are we going to do? Well, let's see how he reacts. That was like my first reaction, because replacing a nominee that close to the election is unheard of and very risky. And so it's not that I didn't see the danger of him staying in the race, but the alternative is also just not great. And so, and Kamala's numbers were horrible at that time. They got better when she became the nominee. But she
okay, the only reason why Kamala Harris's fucking numbers were as bad as they were is because she was just basically not a known factor. She was kept in basically the background of the administration the whole fucking time. Like, she never had a fucking chance in order to shine as a fucking potential candidate because of Joe Biden's fucking ego. Joe Biden, again, I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. He is the one to blame, primarily speaking, for as to why Kamala Harris got fucking owned in the fucking election that she was participating in, I guess, for like lack of a better term. All the roads go back to fucking Joe Biden, and I've been quite consistent on this. Very fucking consistent. I've talked about, like, yeah, I mean, there is a lot of good stuff that Joe Biden did. Absolutely. I'm not gonna, like, lie and be like, yeah, I'm everything about the Democrats, everything they did was bad, period, end of story. It was all bad. Yeah, that's not true. Because there was stuff, generally speaking, in terms of a lot of the policies that the Democrats passed, which were quite good, that you can compliment. It's like, yeah, that's good. This is good policy. Again, I've mentioned it earlier, a lot of the stuff within, like, Build Back Better, a lot of the stuff within the IRA, Lena Khan, a lot of the pro-union, pro-worker stuff, was good. It was good. I'm not gonna lie and pretend to and sit here and just say otherwise. But man, this really ignores the fact of a lot of the fucking shit in terms of the ego, basically a lot of the ego with Joe Biden, where he was just like willing to stay in the race and just tank Kamala's chances, despite the fact that he said that he was going to get out of the fucking race, and he was just basically screwing over everyone else who, when he himself also said that he was going to fucking pass the torch down to another fucking generation. He lied about that. He's a charlatan in that particular case. Like, that's going to leave quite a fucking stain on the fucking Democratic Party because of these, well, let's be honest here, rather blatant fucking lies by them. So, again, that's going to leave a really bad taste in a lot of these people's mouths. And I don't really disagree with them there. Yeah, they should have a bad taste in their mouths because of this.
polling like 2 points behind him, you know? So the next day, Joe Biden introduces Volodymyr Zelensky in a press conference.
So look, it's worth.
I did see this, yeah. One small problem. He introduced Volodymyr Zelensky as President Putin the day after the debate. And it was like, shit. I think there's a clip that went nuts on livestream fail of me just like, I physically just cringed. He did catch it. That's true. That's true. He did catch it. That's true. But all this to say, now because people got so freaked out about Biden, they're like, we got to get rid of the old people. We got to do a purge of a nonviolent purge of old people. Got to get them out. And so because of that, now people are like,
wait, is he gonna do the fucking ageism fucking argument or something? Seriously? This is the argument that we're going to do, dude. Like, people hate the fact that there are all these gerontocratic octogenarians in power right now because of the fact that they keep saying that they're going to step aside and let a more younger, more progressive branch of the party start to fucking run, and they say that every single fucking time, and they end up just staying in power fucking anyways, bro. Like, that's why people in particular are rather fucking pissed about these fucking octogenarians who decide to just stay in power for all of fucking eternity because of the fact that they keep saying that they're going to step down and they end up not fucking stepping down and keep doing incredibly fucking unpopular shit that nobody fucking generally agrees with. That's why people are rather sick and tired of a lot of the actions that the fucking Democratic Party, generally speaking, fucking does. Because any chance and any opportunities that they can have to put up a younger, more progressive individual not in power, but to give them a chance at office. Instead, the Democratic Party, and this is, I think, pretty much consistent every single time, will just give that fucking platform to some stupid fucking goddamn old octogenarian prick and not give an opportunity for that progressive to potentially shine. And people are rather sick and fucking tired of that, in particular, Hutch. That's why people do not like the Democrats very often, Hutch. People just want them, all these stupid old centrists, to finally step aside and give a shot to the fucking youth. Unironically. That's why. Yeah, exactly, Boy Meets Mini. Yeah, the fucking Democrats do still have a lower fucking approval rating than Trump, which is incredible because of all these stupid centrist octogenarians that are currently in power. People just do not like them. People really do not like them. And makes sense why. And at every single instance that they have in order to fucking potentially tank something for the fucking general constituency of the fucking Democratic Party, they fucking tanked something. Literally, with the fucking current shutdown business that's going on right now. And, I mean, this is a perfect fucking goddamn example. Chuck Schumer, along with a bunch of fucking centrist Democrats, got together in a fucking back room and just was like, okay, so you guys are going to be the ones who take the fall because I'm really afraid of losing the fucking filibuster, because that means we'd actually have to take responsibility for some of the policies that we actually want to enact, and we don't want to have any responsibility for anything. So you guys are just going to take the fall for us, and that's going to be totally chill and fucking okay. And they decided to basically fuck over the American people who just gave them resounding fucking victories in elections that fucking week on Tuesday, and you're just willing to just let that be an excuse. Just excuse them for that. That's why people are sick and tired of the fucking Democrats, Hutch. It's because of shit like that. Stupid fucking bullshit where the Democrats instantaneously capitulate on a bunch of bullshit for literally no fucking reason. That's why people fucking hate them, with a complete fucking passion, because they keep capitulating for basically nothing, dude. And people are sick of it.
Okay, yes, he has a literal Nazi tattoo. I hear that. I do. I hear that. But Janet Mills is old. So hard to say. That's the Biden impact. And I mean, I don't know what that says about Democratic primary voters, but it's nothing good. Not good. We had it so good with Biden, bro. We had it so fucking good, bro. And it's gone. Just like that, it was gone. Poof. Fucking Kaiser Soze. That's what Biden is, man. He's the Kaiser Soze of modern presidents. Now we got this climate of like Democratic voters. We touched on this on the podcast. Me and Pisco got into it again, right? Now we have this climate in America where it's like there's this resounding "do something" refrain from Democratic voters while we're in the minority, and it's like that is just not how this works.
Brother, are you on like okay? So this was filmed about 2 weeks ago. Brother, Jesus Christ, yeah, he's just becoming a fucking Democratic shill. What do you mean? Yeah, there is stuff they can still do. They are people in power. They have the ability to use the fucking filibuster. They had an opportunity to make fucking the Republican Party come to the fucking table and capitulate. And what do? They instantaneously just threw that all away for basically fucking nothing. And you're just being like, oh, okay, good job. I'm very curious to see what did Hutch say about the fucking Democratic shutdown? Because he's in Democratic fucking shill mode. I'm fucking curious. I'm so curious. I'm gonna double check. Let's see. Shitting on Hassan, pretty standard. He's shitting on Schumer. Okay. Good. Shit about Trump. Shit about Trump. Doesn't matter. Shit about Trump. Shit about Trump. Shit about whatever the fuck. To Steelman. Wait. To Steelman, the three most common arguments I've seen for the prolonged shutdown. Force the country to face the consequences of Trump. Maybe that devastates GOP politically, which it was, because he was trying to illegally still hold fucking funding for the for SNAP benefits to be paid out, even though judges have said, like, you need to pay out the fucking contingency. And on Monday, the day when the fucking Democrats decided to capitulate and fucking give up, it was indicated and said that Trump has to fucking pay that shit out, whether he fucking likes it or not. So that was another big court case that Trump just fucking lost. So he would have been forced to have to pay out from the contingency funds in full. So SNAP would have been fucking covered. So that would have been an excuse from the Democrats to keep that going. Okay, sure. GOP maybe scraps filibuster benefits, stems more in the long run. GOP maybe folds extend tax credits. These are what I think are the reasonable counters. There is a risk so much chaos and pain that eventually the median voter is equally pissed at both parties. But the median voter is already pissed at both parties. They're just more pissed at the fucking Republicans because they're the ones currently owning the fucking shutdown. And with Democrats playing the politics of the situation as poorly as they did, because this was all a cave orchestrated by Chuck Schumer, they now own the consequences of the fucking shutdown themselves. It was just really, really bad politics there from the fucking goddamn Democrats for, like, no reason. It's very stupid. There was zero indication that Thune was open to scrapping the filibuster. That's true. There's zero indication of this. Three common arguments I've seen for prolonged shutdown. Okay, so he's in favor of the fucking shutdown. So then why is he a Democratic fucking shill then? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. If he's pro fucking shutdown, then he is against the Democrats' current fucking position. That is very fucking strange to me. Then he's still against the fucking Democrats then. Does he just think the politics of this was bad? I would assume so. Because the Democrats were winning the fucking shutdown. Like, literally, Ezra Klein said, like, what the fuck are the Democrats doing? Ezra fucking Klein said that. You know it's bad when Ezra Klein is also saying that, what are the Democrats doing? Why are they doing this? This doesn't make any fucking sense. And it's just like, it's so weird. He just wants to be a stupid contrarian. At this point, I almost have to say that it is possibly just stupid fucking contrarian fucking bullshit. Like, at this point. Because there's no fucking consistency here. He's a Democratic fucking shill. It's like, okay, well, if you're a Democratic fucking shill, you should be incredibly happy for the actions that Angus King, Maggie Hassan, and the 8 other fucking centrists just did in order to end the fucking shutdown. And should be okay with what Chuck Schumer did in the orchestration of a caving here, then. If we're being consistent, if he's just being a Democratic fucking shill, but he's not. So that's a little interesting. I guess Hutch still does have some fucking principles then.
That is just not the fuck how this works. Anyways, I'm fucking really black-pilled on voters right now. There's just this like, and it isn't just like Republican Party voters. It's like Democratic Party voters right now are just, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to like fix this. I don't know how to fix this because like here's the thing. Like we talk about the asymmetry.
Okay, then you basically like there is already a fix to this fucking problem, my man. It's called doing what the voters want. The voters have made it very, very clear that they want progressive fucking policy, and the centrist Democrats are not willing to give that to them. So therefore, it's time to do away with all these centrist octogenarians that are currently in fucking power. And it also really does not help, in particular, that there's a consistent pattern of all these like fucking centrist dipshits who keep constantly dying while they're in fucking power as important votes are fucking happening as a byproduct of them being also incredibly fucking old, dude. Like, yeah, people don't want all these like old fucking farts in power anymore. People have had enough and they want some fresh new fucking blood. And I kind of agree with voters on this one. Get rid of these like stupid centrist old dipshits. Get some new fucking blood in there who are going to be more representative and more receptive to the fucking voters. The base has made this very, very fucking clear.
Of expectations between the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, but there's also another really important asymmetry because there is a significant chunk, though they are still the minority, but there's a significant chunk of the Democratic voter base that really long for transformational change. They're not looking for incremental change. They're looking for significant shift on not just policy, but just like the culture of politics. And then, you have the rest that they might be interested in progress and they might want, more healthcare reforms and more kind of like improvements on the margins, but they're not as averse to incremental change, right? And then but this this is causing a lot of tension. This is causing a lot of tension, and the tension is not going away. And there's no way to reconcile the tension right now. We can't fix the tension. There's nothing that can happen to fix this tension right now. It's just I just feel like
really. I think I just propose a very, very fucking easy solution. And I think that a lot of other also like liberal fucking commentators, like Mehdi Hassan has also said what people generally want. They want to see a change in the fucking leadership, and they want to see a fucking change in the fucking politics of the fucking Democratic Party. And the voters themselves, including a lot of fucking centrists, your like fucking pod johns, and most of these like centrist like fucking goddamn Democratic shills, I think I've made it rather fucking obvious and clear that the people just want fucking change. They don't want any more of this fucking centrist bullshit. They've had enough. Like, every single ballot measure, every single indicator, Bazara Mamdani fucking winning has brought the fucking vibe shift into fucking play. People have had enough. People do not want a lot of fucking politics being business as basically usual anymore. We are in a fucking moment where it's a litmus test, let's just say. Are the Democrats going to be able to meet the fucking moment, or will they, as they normally do, decide to side with all their fucking corporate fucking masters and fucking dipshits in order to keep down the will of the fucking American people? That's the ultimate fucking question that we need to ask ourselves, if they're going to do that or not. That's like honestly, that's the real fucking goddamn truth of it all. People want change. People have had enough of the current status quo of fucking politics, and they want something new. The Democrats are just wholeheartedly being uninterested in meeting the moment because they too also have a lot of these same fucking corporate masters as the fucking Republican Party, and that's the fucking problem. And it's not going to be reconciled unless the fucking goddamn common thing there, that being the adherence to their corporate fucking oligarchic masters, gets fucking reconciled. And I think that it's been made fairly fucking clear by the Democratic fucking Party, by the fucking base of the fucking party. And I think that is extremely fucking clear. But I guess it's not in the mind of Hutch for some reason. Okay, bro.
Like, we're kind of locked in this tension. And so you have that going on in the Democratic Party. But generally speaking, apart from that, right, like that's like intra-party dynamics. But just, apart from that, when you look at what the Democratic Party wants to do, like within that spectrum, progressive to, transformational change versus incremental change, within that spectrum, though, Democrats are trying to do things We're trying to do government, trying to improve government, provide government services, introduce government regulations, do public-private partnerships, to do infrastructure projects. Like, we're trying to do.
Bro, nobody wants this fucking dumbass public-private partnership LARP fucking bullshit, bro. Nobody wants that shit, dude. Like, people have had enough of all the public-private fucking partnership LARP shit, bro. No one wants that either. Like, people have had enough. People want better fucking public services. Zohran Mamdani getting elected to try to bring better fucking public services for the people of New York fucking proves that as evidence. Like, people have had enough. The old way of fucking governance and style is over. Neoliberalism is pretty much fucking dead. It now becomes, are the Democrats going to meet up to the moment? And obviously the answer to that question is absolutely the fuck not.
Do things and build things and move the country in a direction that we would say is forward. Like, we want to move the direction forward. And we may disagree amongst ourselves about what's the best way to do that, but we do agree that we can do better and we should do better, and that's what we're trying. And then what are the Republicans trying to do? They're trying to just break shit. They want to dismantle government agencies instead of strengthen them. They want to cut taxes. They want to cut the number of IRS agents that we hire to collect tax revenue, which is just like the safest investment that you can make in the American government is to hire an IRS agent. Each individual IRS agent is responsible for collecting shitload of money, shitload of revenue. And then, and then Donald Trump is elected, and it's like, and then here's Doge. The things that the Republican Party want to do, like the highest priorities for them, are things that they can do with budget reconciliation and executive authority and executive orders. So they can enact their agenda much easiasier than we can.
Project
The Democratic Party agenda, what's been the big top line issue for over a decade now? Maybe 2 decades?
Healthcare.
Healthcare. Just improving healthcare. Expanding healthcare access. Expanding Medicaid subsidies. And then you have a faction of the party that want to do single payer. And they're not really going to be happy until that happens. And in order to do the things that we want to do in a way that is meaningful and lasting, we would need to get rid of the filibuster or pass legislation with 60 votes. And so that's a pretty serious asymmetry. That's a pretty fucking serious asymmetry. And so then you have a part of the Democratic voter base who, I'm going to be fucking snarky for a minute. Quite frankly, I think many of them need to crack open a fucking book and just brush up on like basic civics. That seems to be sorely lacking these days. And so
that's very fucking funny coming from like liberals, dude. Very often they have no idea about basic fucking civics, my man. The filibuster is a Senate rule that can be done away with at any particular point in time. The reason why the filibuster doesn't get fucking done away with is because both parties are fucking cowards and they don't want to basically have any ownership of the terrible fucking policies that they fucking push for. That's why the filibuster is currently still in fucking place. It's extremely, like, this is like so fucking obvious. This is basic fucking shit 101. And I don't know, I thought Hutch was like the I don't know, super heckin' tuned in politics fucking enjoyer. But when everyone already, broadly speaking, understands why the filibuster is still in place in the way that it is, it's still in place because of the fact that Chuck Schumer and both parties, and this isn't just I want to be very clear. This isn't just a Democrat problem. This is also a problem with the fucking Republicans. Neither party wants to have any ownership for the fact that some of their policies that they may enact are going to be fucking unpopular. So very often they will hide behind the fucking filibuster. Very, 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 very often. And this is a thing that the Majority Report consistently fucking talks about. Neither party wants to have any onus for the fact that a lot of the things that they generally fucking agree on is very, very unpopular in the minds of the American people. And that's what it fucking is. These people would rather fucking play all these like stupid fucking political games and trying to do everything possible to not pass effective fucking legislation, and keep the fucking filibuster in place, even though a lot of people do not like the fucking goddamn filibuster, simply just due to the fact that, it's better to do that rather than take and maintain any fucking ownership for the fact that, guys, sometimes we pass some fucking dog shit policies. Or rather, I wouldn't even say sometimes. Guys, very often we pass fucking dog shit fucking policies that people do not fucking agree with. And that is why the filibuster is in place. Because if either party could just do whatever the fuck they wanted, it would be probably against the fucking benefit of the corporations they ultimately want to fucking serve. That's what it really fucking is at the end. Like, these motherfuckers have a bunch of fucking corporate interests that they still want to fucking maintain to this fucking goddamn day. And basically, they don't really give much of a shit at all if everyone has to suffer the fucking consequences for any of that shit. That's, like, honestly, I think that's just the whole fucking 9 yards. It's all about fucking corporate interests in the ends for both fucking parties. Like, that's really about it. So, and people wonder why fucking Congress has such a fucking low approval rating. That's why.
So, I don't really see how this changes. And you guys tell me, like, how does this change anytime soon? I have no idea. Maybe IRI is right, you know? Like, what if Republicans are the ones that get rid of the filibuster, and then we inherit a government without a filibuster? And then you get to just go, right?
Didn't Democrats get rid of the filibuster under Joe Biden, basically? Didn't they get rid of the filibuster to try to pass the IRA? Like, when they were trying to pass Build Back Better and the IRA, the Democrats got rid of the fucking filibuster. The Senate majority leader at that point in time was Chuck Schumer. However, the IRA and Build Back Better were still basically not able to pass. And you may ask yourself this question. Well, Daho, why didn't they fucking pass anyways? The filibuster is now fucking gone. Cue in Joe Manchin and Kirsten fucking Sinema, two corporate shills who basically care basically about nothing else besides making your fucking lives significantly fucking worse. They were the ones who decided to step in to sabotage any of the fucking all of the legislation in terms of a lot of the really, really good provisions that existed for fucking Build Back Better. So at this point, you have to assume, is this really the fault of the fucking Democrats? Who's to blame here? What's exactly going on here? The Democrats are to fucking blame for this because of the fact that they have tons of leverage over people like Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin, and what did they elect to do? Nothing. And just let the momentum for passing Build Back Better just die out and pass a significantly worse and not as effective version of the fucking bill. And people were allowed to have this sense in their mind that the Democrats are basically a bunch of do-nothing dipshits, because very often they are just do-nothing fucking dipshits. That's not an accurate assessment there being made by the voters, because Joe Biden decided to bend over fucking backwards and capitulate consistently to a bunch of fucking charlatans, corporate fucking shills within his fucking party. For what exactly? No fucking reason. And that made a lot of people really fucking mad. Understandably so, I would actually also say. People did not like the fact that Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema basically tanked Build Back Better. For what exactly? Oh, because they have their fucking corporate buddies that they have to serve. That in the case of Kirsten Sinema, it was a bunch of different like tech companies and AI companies and all this other fucking shit. And in the case of fucking Joe Manchin, it was fucking coal barons, because he didn't want any of the green provisions that Build Back Better was going to pass, because he has a fucking daughter who has basically charges in the coal industry for being a fucking corrupt shithead. Oh, that's why people got really fucking pissed with the fucking Democrats. Shocker, I know.
And maybe that is best case scenario. I really don't know. But like, you know, Econoboy, shortly before he left the podcast, his whole thing was like, we're not gonna be able to like efficiently fight back against fascism unless we actually deliver meaningful and transformational legislation, and we can't do that without the filibuster. So, like, his whole thing was like, we need to get rid of the filibuster. Like, that has to be that has to be like a central plank of the party. And I was like, well, I don't know about that. Sure, but it doesn't help when people.
The filibuster was gotten rid of under Joe Biden in order to try to pass the IRA and Build Back Better, but then the fucking centrist dipshits in Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema still killed fucking legislation anyways. Again, it's a problem of the party then at this point, not with the rules of the Senate or like whatever other bullshit. Although we can obviously talk about how there are plenty of fucking problems with how the Senate and a lot of the rules and positions are also conducted in themselves. That's a fucking different story. I can definitely agree with that. Blah, 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 blah. But at this point, the main thing, and this is the thing that Hassan basically said, it's and this is impertinence to the government shutdown that also fucking happened. The people who got in the way this time, again, were the centrists. The centrists have been consistently the fucking problems. Like, anytime any fucking progressive legislation, or at any point in time where the Democrats are actually in a very, very good position fucking politically, who generally are the people that come in and fucking fuck it up for everyone else? It's the centrists, consistently. And generally speaking, a lot of people have had enough of this being the fucking dynamic. Nobody fucking like when I'm saying that fucking Ezra fucking Klein was also bewildered by the actions of the fucking Democratic Party, that's not a good thing, dude. Like, he was just like, what the fuck are the Democrats doing, my dudes? Like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. They literally got nothing for this. I mean, he still tried to fucking spin it as like, I mean, this could be potentially positive for the fucking goddamn Democrats, but even he was having a fucking pretty difficult time justifying that fucking position, because it is just like wholeheartedly just insanity what the fucking Democratic Party decided to pull with the fucking government shutdown. And we know at this point why Chuck Schumer decided to do this. He was more interested and more concerned about protecting the fucking filibuster, because neither fucking party, and this is bipartisan from both in the House and the fucking Senate, neither party wants to own any of the fucking legislation that gets passed. In essence, they are all a bunch of fucking cowards. They are cowards. And that's why people, generally speaking, are rather sick and tired of politics as fucking usual. Because everyone understands, and I mean fucking everybody understands, that all of these fucking gerontocratic fucking dipshits that are currently in power are just cowards who only serve one set of fucking interests and one set of interests only. And that is the rich and the corporations. And people have, generally speaking, had enough of it.
People say things like, I'd veto single payer even if it came on my desk. That is actually not what Joe Biden said. He actually did not say that. First of all, he was asked if he was president, if he would sign Medicare for all into law if it landed on his desk, were he to be elected. And the reason he was asked that is because the media that covers politics are invested in conflict and tension. And they know that Medicare for all causes
No, you fucking idiot. That's not the main reasoning why. He's not wrong when he talks about what the media is more interested in conflict and tension. He's correct in that assessment. No, the reason why they were fucking talking about Medicare for all during that fucking election in 2020 was because of Bernie Sanders making that a central point of Democratic fucking debates consistently, making it such that a lot of these fucking centrists would have to answer the questions about fucking Medicare for all. That was because of Bernie being a part in the fucking primary and pulling the Democratic Party more to the left. Not because of, I don't know, like the media wanting conflict. That's part of the reasoning, sure. But no, that was an attempt by Bernie Sanders to drag the Overton window more to the left. You can make the argument if it was successful or not. I can say that it was successful because, broadly speaking, amongst the Democratic Party, Medicare for all is a very, very popular position amongst the fucking voter base of the fucking Democrats. So I would make the argument there that, I think that was relatively successful there by Bernie. He was able to drag the conversation there more to the left and actually have people want to go ahead and fight for more desirable outcomes for their fellow man or woman or MB or whatever, in order to have more equitable fucking outcomes in terms of Medicare for all. Yeah, absolutely. I can make that. I would agree with that position, by the way. I would agree with that fucking argument. But that was because it's not purely because of the media saying like, yeah, we love conflict and people fighting with one another. It's like, well, that's not wrong, but that's not entirely the story here. It's not accurate.
conflict in the party, and so they're just baiting him. Because what did he say? He said, I would veto anything that raised taxes on American families. But do you know what is the most important part of that fucking entire exchange? You understand what the most important part of that is? None of that matters. The question didn't matter. The non-question. It had no relevance to the race. It had no relevance to the next Congress.
What do you mean it had no relevance to the race? Bernie Sanders was consistently campaigning on Medicare for all. He made it an issue that matters, Hutch. Like, that's how politics works. He dragged the fucking Overton window further to the left in that particular instance there, Hutch. Like, that's how that fucking works, Hutch. Okay, bro.
Into the next presidential term. It didn't matter. We weren't going to get it. It wasn't going to land on his desk. There was no universe where, at any point in Biden's first 2 years, when he had majorities in Congress to work with, there was no chance of Medicare for all landing on his desk. Zero! It was a dumb bullshit question that didn't matter. And they asked that question because they know that Democrats fight about single payer versus expanding Obamacare. We just constantly fight about that shit. That's the only reason that they asked. It didn't matter. So why not just sign it? It didn't. You're not listening to me. It didn't matter. There's no it. There's no fucking it. He was never going to get a Medicare for all bill landing on his desk. It wasn't going to happen.
This is just incredibly fucking contrarian nonsense here by Hutch. I'll be quite honest here. Like, buddy, again, Bernie Sanders is the one who made it a more relevant, pressing fucking issue during the primary that happened in 2020. That is why. Like, Bernie Sanders was dragging the fucking Overton window on specifically the issue of Medicare for all more to the left in that particular fucking instance. So it's just like, okay, big bro, like, it's one of those situations where it's just like, and people wonder why, generally speaking, a lot of like people on the left really do not like fucking liberals because of shit like this. It's just like, well, this can't be possible. This can't be done because of Medicare for all, and you can't have any of that stuff. No, it's not actually possible. That shit was never going to fucking happen. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dog, and you wonder why fucking a bunch of liberals, not liberals, but why fucking lefties hate you fucking guys so much. This is why. You talk about everything consistently, what you are against, what you are fighting against, and never about anything that you people are for. What is the Democratic Party? Like, I'm asking this genuinely. What is the Democratic Party for? Do we know? Boy Meets Mini, do you know what the fucking Democratic Party is for? I struggle to really know what they are for. What do they fight for? What do they fucking actually believe in? Like, do they believe in anything besides, like, Trump bad? Which, that's a position that I do agree with. Obviously, like, yeah, Trump is pretty fucking bad. But you're going to need a little bit more besides Trump bad to have an effective fucking shot at being able to gain power. Because, again, a lot of people are desperate and are fucking hurting out there. And they want to know what you are going to do for them when you get into fucking power. No more of this, like, namby-pamby, pimbly-wimbly, pussy-ass bullshit anymore. Nobody wants that anymore, okay? People want to know what you are going to be for, not about only what you're going to be against. It's completely nonsensical. Even India's Congress Party is more consistent. They're anti-fascist and anti-caste now across the entire party. And that's in fucking India, bro. Like, it's wallahi fucking cooked if that's the fucking case, dude.
And then you guys take the bait because you hate normie libs and you hear him say that and you're not able to understand the context of the question and the answer. And you hear that answer and you're like, you see, he doesn't want to give you health care. And then...
Buddy, like, you're coming out against Chuck Schumer and shit like that. Like, you came out against the fucking... against the Dorby fucking libs, my man. Okay, bro. Like, are we for real? You were for the fucking shutdown continuing, which is not the normie lib, which would not be the normie lib fucking position. This is completely nonsensical. It's just fucking contrarianism with this motherfucker. Where's the shit with fucking Chuck Schumer? Like, he literally was talking about here, like right here, talking shit on fucking Chuck Schumer. There is just as much, if not more, rationale for Pelosi to give Chuck Schumer the kiss of death as there was for Biden. which I agree with. He's talking shit about fucking a Chuck Schumer right there. I still do think that Nancy Pelosi giving the kiss of death to fucking Joe Biden was still overall correct, and I agree with her there, because the voters are making it rather clear at that particular point in time, Hutch, that Joe Biden ain't it. He ain't the guy. He's not the one. So it's just like Nancy Pelosi giving Joe Biden the fucking kiss of death at that point makes perfect fucking goddamn sense. And that was correct politics from her. He was not popular. He said he was going to step aside, and he fucking lied, which is a really, really bad fucking play. And for all this talk that Democrats are pro-democracy, they love democracy, 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 democracy. One guy just saying he's going to stay in the fucking race and not step out when he said he was going to step out, rather. Really bad fucking look, Hutch. That's not a good look there, buddy. So it's just like, yeah, it makes perfect fucking sense that people are pissed with the fucking Democrats in that particular instance. Like, no shit. They pretended to be all these fucking things, and then they decided, no, actually, fuck you. We don't care about the voters. It's just like, okay, bro, then what does this fucking party actually stand for? Nothing. And that's why they ended up losing.
What does Biden do when he's fucking president? You motherfuckers. Now I'm crashing out. You fucking motherfuckers. Then what does Biden do when he's president? He expands Medicaid, or I'm sorry, we get healthcare coverage in this country at the highest rate the country had ever seen. 95% of people.
And people still have to pay up out the wazoo for fucking healthcare, man. Like, yeah, sure, it's good that a bunch more people are getting covered. Duh, obviously. No one's gonna have a contention with that. What people are going to have a contention with, specifically amongst the further left parts of the fucking party, is the fucking fact that the Democrats are wholeheartedly unwilling to actually do what people want, and that is to have a Medicare for all system and make healthcare free and affordable for everybody in the fucking country. Because if you poll on that, that is what the Democratic fucking constituencies want. That is what they want, Hutch, and the Democrats are wholeheartedly uninterested in delivering for that. So it's just like, well, no wonder people are fucking pissed with the fucking goddamn Democratic Party. Like, no shit. Makes perfect sense.
In this country had healthcare coverage on his watch, the highest rate of coverage ever in the country. And instead of focusing on that, you focus on a bullshit question from 2020 that didn't matter. You are missing the forest through the fucking trees, man. For the love of God. Fucking voters, man. Fucking voters, man. They just, like, there's no perspective. There's no historical context. There's none of that. It's just like, we got a good thing going right now, man. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going. And yet, if you talk to the, like, Democratic voters, they're like, this is the worst political party ever. And, like, I don't need to.
It's not coming out of fucking nowhere, Hutch. People think that this is the worst political party ever because of just look at what happened on the fucking government shutdown. And a lot of fucking normie liberals are starting to recognize and realize that, fundamentally speaking, Kamala Harris was actually for they, them. They're not actually thinking about who the real they, them is. The they, them in this particular instance not being fucking trans people or non-binary people or in reality. The they, them in this particular instance of me taking this sort of like Republican ad fucking talking point, I suppose, for lack of a better term. The they, them in this particular fucking instance is the fucking corporations and the rich. The Democrats are wholeheartedly unwilling, and I mean wholeheartedly unwilling, to go after and criticize fucking corporate power within the fucking goddamn United States of America. And that is what people are generally rather sick and tired of. People have had enough of the fact that the Democratic Party is just wholeheartedly unwilling and uninterested in addressing the actual fucking problems that are going on within America. And that is with corporate fucking consolidation and power within the United States of America. That's what it is. And the Democratic voters, the base has made it very, very fucking clear. The problem is with the billionaires and the fucking rich. But the Democrats that are currently in power do not agree with them, and will actively do everything possible to resist the fucking will of the fucking voters. That's the issue there.
I don't know how to fix that. Your anger at voters seems exclusive to the left and not Trump voters. No, you're right, Nero. Perhaps I've been unclear. I think it would be totally reasonable for you to think that I have a very high opinion of Trump voters, and that's my bad for not clarifying that before. boy, oh boy, should I have been.
So wait, hold on. Most of the people who liked Joe Biden were mostly liberals. A lot of lefties, even the more annoying segments of the fucking left, like the Marxist fucking Leninists, I've gotten them to agree about certain provisions that Joe Biden did. Like I've told them about, like, yeah, there was the Respect for Marriage Act, for example, that they had no idea about, and they agreed with that. They were just like, oh yeah, that is actually pretty good legislation. Yeah, for sure. That's solid, not bad. I got them to fucking agree with that shit. Okay. Because a lot of people, even a lot of the lefties, are also lacking a significant amount of knowledge, and don't necessarily 100% tune into the fucking news. Because honestly, why the fuck would you want to tune into the news? It's fucking miserable out there, and it fucking sucks. Okay, you want, I don't know, you want your depresso espresso? Fucking tune into the news. Do what I fucking do, I guess, and that is, I don't know, dryly cover fucking political news. I guess that's also the same thing that Hutch also does quite often, but I digress. The issue, generally fucking speaking, is the Democrats are not only really bad at fucking messaging the things that they are for, the things that they, say that they preach and say that they want to defend and are for, and very often will act exactly into the exact opposite interests of what people within the party also say that they want to have, in terms of what the fucking voters also ultimately fucking desire from the Democratic Party. Very, very often they will just not really act at all in the interests of anyone besides one set of people and one set of people only, and that is the corporations and the fucking rich. And that's the overall consistent issue here. There is one, I'm gonna bring up the fucking George Carlin quote again, because I consistently do that at this point. It's a big fucking club and you ain't in it. And guess what? Democratic fucking politicians and corporations, the rich, they're a part of that big fucking club. And everyone is pissed about the fact that no one else is a part of that big fucking club and are not representing any of their fucking interests, which is what they are supposed to do as representatives in fucking Congress. People are just sick and fucking tired of the bullshit, man. That's all that there is to it.
More creative and open about my disdain for Trump voters, because I famously never talk about how utterly fucking insane the Republican Party is, and how it's just basically one giant cult, and how they're all, basically insane and completely unredeemable and unsalvageable, both as individual human beings and as a political party and a broader movement moving forward. I've certainly never talked about how the movement has devolved into a fascistic cult of personality that is currently at the whims of a complete madman that is utterly corrupt and visibly declining in a way that is similar to Joe Biden. Surely I could have done more to make that position more clear in the past, and I will be sure to talk about that more in the future. My complaint about Democratic Party voters is I know that you're better than this. And my complaint about MAGA voters is, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, that tracks. What does that bumper sticker say? Yeah, no. Yeah, I fully expect that from you. That's the difference.
I don't agree. I don't think I 100% agree with this. Why should the onus, why should we do the fucking sane washing specifically of only fucking, MAGA voters in this particular instance, right? And just say that they're wholeheartedly all irredeemable. I mean, I can agree. A whole bunch of them are fucking deplorable, irredeemables. There's no saving most of these fucking people. But I would also make that exact same argument, I think, for a lot of Democratic fucking voters as well. A lot of these, blue anon fucking blue MAGA types as well. And there's a whole lot of them, chorus individuals. I don't think there's any redemption for those people. So I don't know. I guess Brian Tyler Cohen, Olivia Juliana, and a whole bunch of other people. Even though I'm not going to disagree with them as much, but I think they also contribute significantly to the current fucking problems that we find ourselves under by not really giving and offering any substantial, very good fucking criticisms of the current party that is looking to, put up more of a fight, I guess, for lack of a better term, against, Donald Trump and the Republican Party. Well, I would like to think that they're trying to put up an effective fight against the Donald Trump and the fucking Republican Party, but this whole fucking shutdown fiasco that just happened seemingly is bringing out my inherent sort of anti-electoralist sort of bent now, I suppose, for I don't know, wanting to consistently advocate for just how ridiculously pathetic and ineffective the fucking Democratic Party is as a general fucking entity. It's just like, Jesus Christ, God, you people are fucking completely, utterly worthless, and I hate all of you. Like, I don't know. The problem overall, and I'm going to keep reiterating, this is a point that I've reiterated consistently on this fucking channel. The problem with the fucking goddamn Republican Party and the Democratic Party is the fact that they represent one set of interests over anything else, and that is of the corporations and the rich. Just like that fucking Republican ad said itself. Kamala Harris is a representation of they, them, but they, them in this particular instance is different. It's the corporations and the rich. And the Republican Party is just as fucking goddamn culpable of representing that they, them in comparison to the fucking goddamn Democratic fucking Party. Consistently.
Difference, I wonder what political ideology allowed for the electorate to turn out like this. Does it rhyme with schmeobibbleralism? It does. That's interesting. Because Joe Biden was the least neoliberal, like he broke 40 years of precedent. You goddamn motherfucker. Joe Biden broke 40 years of strong neoliberal precedent that governed like 6 different administrations before he came along. And he broke precedent and moved away, not entirely away, but he moved away from neoliberal governance. And you crucified him, you fucking Brutus. You fucking Judas. You stabbed him with a knife on the Senate floor.
Brother, Israel fucking Palestine, man. Israel fucking Palestine. Like, honestly, that's like gonna be the most fucking effective counter argument every single time to this fucking position. Because that wasn't a breaking of 80 years of fucking precedent from the fucking uniparty of not only just neoliberal fucking precedent. Israel fucking Palestine would like to fucking beg to fucking differ there, Hutch. So that's why people got fucking pissed, man. Because of that specifically. And it's understandable for the broader fucking electorate to get really fucking pissed about that shit. Because it's just like, goddamn, this uniparty who just seemingly just wants one thing and one thing only. And that is for all of the Palestinians to get fucking murdered. That's really all there is to it, I think.
Gave him up to Pontius Pilate. Guess what, motherfucker? Neoliberalism stock going way up again. Now's the time to get in. Now's the time to invest.
No, the fuck it is not. What the fuck are you talking about? Every single fucking Democrat in those elections where they blew the fuck out of the Republicans, mostly due to fucking negative partisanship, but I digress. The reasoning why a lot of those Democrats came out in order to vote for Democrats is partially because of just how dog shit the Republican Party is, but also because of the fact that, people are... They want to be able to have a fucking roof over their head. They want to have some semblance of a future, Hutch. People want to be able to participate, broadly speaking, within society, Hutch. People have had enough of the current fucking paradigms of politics, Hutch. So that's why, generally speaking, a lot of people decided to come out during those fucking Tuesday elections to vote against Donald Trump. I mean, part of it is also because of just how much they hated the Republican Party and how much they hate the fucking Republican Party. But it's because, generally speaking, a lot of the fucking Democrats, when they were campaigning, were talking about one thing and one thing only, wanting to make the United States more affordable, a country that they can actually fucking live in. And that is what people fucking want. People want to be able to live in the countries, in the towns that they currently call their fucking homes. And both parties are making it such that that is an impossibility. So people are rather fucking pissed and are going to vote for the party that is going to make that dream become a fucking reality. The fact that it even is a dream to even begin with is just fucking insanity. But it's sort of to just show the inherent fucking contradictions and fucking problems with neoliberal fucking capitalism, my dude. It's not that neoliberalism is popular. I highly disagree with that. I don't think neoliberalism is popular under any stretch of the imagination. I think it's just that people are just fucking sick and tired of the current paradigm of politics that currently exists. And that's what honestly, I think that's the whole fucking truth. It really doesn't get any more fucking complicated than that. People want to be able to live in places where they fucking call home, and more and more and more and more and more and more. As such, it's becoming an impossibility for most people to be able to even have a thought about having some form of shot at the fucking American dream. And people want that shot at the fucking American dream. And people are just, like honestly, for lack of a better term, they've just had enough. They've had enough of the fucking bullshit. And so they are willing to vote for the party or whoever is going to help catalyze the American dream to come into fucking reality. And right now, a lot of people are going to say that is probably the Democratic fucking Party that's going to do that. And I probably would agree with that more and more. But honestly, given a lot of these shenanigans that they do, that they just did with the fucking shutdown in particular, I'm starting to fucking question that. Because, goddamn, that was just some fucking complete uniparty fucking bullshit that just fucking happened between both the Democrats and the fucking goddamn Republican Party. So, they got no one else to blame on that one besides, Chuck Schumer and all of the stupid dipshits currently in power.
Neoliberalism is coming back in a big, big way in the Democratic Party. I can fucking guarantee you that. This is a bad thing, isn't it? It's just really unlikely that we're going to get another president like Biden anytime soon. Like what, what's the conversation happening right now, in all these like Democratic think tanks about like how to get the party back on its feet, We're all hearing the same thing. They're all saying the same thing. In a nutshell, they're all saying, stop letting the fringes of the party shape campaigns in such a direct way. That's what they're saying. They're all saying, move closer to the center. Stop trying to placate.
They always say that though. This is inaccurate. This is complete fucking nonsense. Every fucking Democratic consultant that has said this, all the motherfuckers that have said that, have all consistently fucking failed in their campaigns. The only reason why that argument has any form of actual precedent at the moment is because that is being because of the current negative partisanship that exists against the fucking Republican Party because of Donald Trump's general sort of shenanigans, for lack of a better term. Because I guarantee you, if this was just normal, and we currently look at the approval ratings of the fucking Democratic Party, it's in the complete fucking shitter. People don't like Democrats because of fucking neoliberalism. They currently like the Democratic Party right now because they aren't the Republicans. That's not a very, very good dynamic that's going to be a sustainable fucking political platform and position for very fucking long, that being just negative fucking partisanship. Because guess what? People have made it fairly clear that they want their politicians to actually be for something. And consistently, the Democratic Party have never actually been really for much of anything. And it has always fucking been these motherfuckers in the fucking ass. So it's just like, no, what people ultimately want, what they ultimately fucking desire, are people who are willing to actually fucking come to the table and fight for their fucking goddamn, not only their rights, but anything in order to improve the material conditions that are currently on the fucking ground in the fucking goddamn United States of America. That is what people ultimately fucking want. And guess what? The current makeup of the fucking Democratic Party is wholeheartedly unwilling, or rather, I would say uninterested in meeting that fucking goddamn moment. That's really the whole fucking 9 yards. People, broadly speaking, understand that, well, it's basically all fucked right now, and we want something to be done in terms of affordability, or what have you. And something needs to be changed right now within the fucking structures of fucking Congress. Again, I'm going to reiterate this exact same point. There is a reason why the Democratic Party is rather fucking unpopular at the moment. They are very, very fucking unpopular at the moment. And it's simply just due to the fact that, well, they're just wholeheartedly uninterested in addressing any of the main problems and fucking concerns of the American people. That's what it truly is. They're not interested in any of that shit because they themselves also have a lot of the exact same fucking corporate masters as the fucking Republican Party. That's the main fucking issue. And Hutch seemingly is just, he doesn't really seem to give much of a shit about any of that stuff. So it's just like, okay, Hutch, that's pretty cool. That's great. Fantastic that this is the current position that you want to rep. That being of the, I don't know, the neoliberal fucking Democrats can just do no wrong because, I don't know, they heckin' Reno had Joe Biden once and he did a good job in power just this one fucking time. It's just like, dog, like, if any, like, he was talking about how a lot of progressives are missing the fucking forest from the trees. This analysis, I'll be quite honest, is missing the fucking goddamn forest for the fucking goddamn trees. Because, again, the Democrats have made it rather clear, I would say, in that they want something to be done about all of the fucking goddamn crisis of living issues, the affordability, healthcare, all this stuff. And all these neoliberals such as yourself now, a self-admitted Democratic shill, have been consistently saying that you are ready, willing, and able to stand in the way of that. And with all the stuff that I said before about fucking Hutch and my main criticisms of him, how he is just basically a speed bump to the roads of fucking progress, he's just self-admitting that he wants to just get in the way of any good, functional, fucking progressive legislation from being fucking successful within the goddamn party. He's just, like, self-admitting to it. It's just like, okay, bro, like, you just want to basically have everyone get cooked for, at this point, I almost just want to say for, like, no reason. It's like, okay, bro, nice fucking meme, I guess.
That approach worked well in November. It's up to the voters, bro. Joe Biden gave you a glimpse at an alternative vision to neoliberalism. Gave you a glimpse of that. And, you know, he was basically chased out of the party with fucking pitchforks because he was old as fuck. You got to stop looking at it.
Still no mentioning about Israel fucking Palestine. I'm going to say it again. Israel fucking Palestine is a 90-10 issue amongst the Democrats. About 8% of Democrats approve of the actions of the Israeli fucking military that they are doing within Gaza. So, and by the way, to this fucking day, they are still bombing the ever-living shit out of the fucking Palestinians. And guess what? Democrats, not particularly happy about that. The fact that they are, the Democratic Party is still functionally not doing anything to fight against that. Because guess what? Let's not forget about our favorite Bailey man. It's me, Chuck Schumer. How I want to talk about keeping the left Israel. I want to keep them pro-Israeli. It's very important for me that I have to keep the left pro-Israel. Wonder how that's going for you, Chuck.
Like, okay, you know, like, here's what the party is going to do. Oh, they're going to do this thing or they're going to do that thing. It's all just a collective one thing. Like, they're going to choose to not do this and do this and da-da-da. The voters are going to decide what kind of candidates advance through the primaries. And then after those primary contests, there's going to be general contests. And if they win the general, that's who the voters picked. That will determine the makeup of the party and the direction of the party. I just hear people frame their goals in a way of like, we got to get the Democratic Party to do this thing. And it's like, you have a way to do that. Instead of like shouting at Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, like you have a way to do that. Go out there and help elect people that you think will bring about that change.
There was a poll that came out.
That was already fucking done, my man. Like, and guess what? The fucking party just stabbed everybody in the back, bro. Like, people are already doing that, you fucking dumbass. People are already trying to push the Democrats to actually do something to fight back and are electing them and getting them into power. Literally fucking last Tuesday is a perfect fucking encapsulation of that. And what did they do? They still stab you in the back anyway. So it's just like, brother, what the fuck are we supposed to do anyways? Like, the complete fucking nonsense. This is why you can't trust any of these, like, fucking Democrat fucking shills. I bet he's working real hard for that fucking chorus money.
Out today or yesterday that since the shutdown began, approval of Democrats by Democrats has risen dramatically. Right, it's like something in the 30s, now it's in like the high 50s.
I fucking told you this was gonna happen, by the way. Let me just crash out again. I fucking told you guys. How many months did these snarky goddamn fucking far lefties come into my chat and they're like, look at Democratic Party approval, look at approvals in the toilet. Got to clear house and just get rid of.
Yeah, and the lefties fucking were saying that the Democrats should go ahead with the shutdown. and are just like, finally, they're actually playing fucking politics for once in their lives. And what do? They just fucking pissed it all away for no reason anyways. For what exactly? Protecting the fucking filibuster. So it turns out the left is right yet again, and that this fucking stupid fucking decrepit geriatric fucking party only cares about one thing and one thing only, and that is protecting the interests of capital at any fucking case, in every fucking instance. Looks like you're wrong again, Hutch, and you being a fucking demo shill is making you look like a complete fucking dumbass, my man.
Of everybody and just elect 350 Mamdanis. I told you, watch those numbers. They're gonna go up. I promise you. I promise you. They're gonna go up. I fucking told you that was gonna happen.
So, I don't think there was any leftist who disagreed with the numbers going up as a result of the Democrats for once in their fucking lives actually having a fucking spine. I would love to see, and like even just one fucking person make that fucking goddamn argument. Because yeah, oh yeah, I knew that their numbers were going to go up in terms of their approval rating, because it's like, finally, for once, these gerontocratic fucking morons, these fucking dipshits, are actually putting up a fucking resistance to the of the onslaught of fucking fascism. Finally, they're doing something. And then they decided to fucking capitulate anyway. So it's just like, brother, like, what the fuck is this shit? And guess what? Now that approval rating, all that fucking good grace that the Democrats had, it's gonna plummet. People are just gonna be like, oh, why should we fucking vote for any of these geriatric fucking dipshits? They're gonna betray us anyways, so who cares? And they're just gonna get fucking blackpilled and not want to participate in the fucking system. And guess what? I'm not gonna blame them. I'll be like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Everyone was just betrayed for literally no fucking reason. And guess what? You're just okay with it, Hutch. Because that's what it is. He's just okay with it. He doesn't give much of a shit at all about the fucking consistent and constant fuck-ups that the Democratic fucking Party does. He doesn't care. He's already said it himself. He's a fucking dem shill. He's just a demo shill. So, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, if he just wants to continue being a fucking Democratic shill, despite the fact that they just did just a betrayal. A betrayal. It's not hyperbolic or ridiculous to say. It's just a betrayal of the fucking voters. For what exactly? Because they're too much of fucking cowards to ever own anything in their fucking lives. Because they wanted to protect the fucking filibuster, for fuck's sake. And, I guess we're just gonna now all have to deal with the fucking consequences of that, because the Democrats just decided to fucking capitulate for literally no fucking reason. What did they get out of this? A promise from the fucking goddamn Republican Party to have a negotiation of a fucking vote on the ACA. Yeah, dude, because you definitely should trust the words of fucking Republicans right now. Okay, bro, nice fucking meme. They essentially capitulated for absolutely nothing. And guess what? People are going to get fucking pissed again and not want to go out and fucking vote. And guess what? I'm not going to fucking blame them for that. I'll just be like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Why should you go vote for these fucking guys? They literally just stabbed you in the fucking back. Fuck these motherfuckers. Like, unironically.
So there's just a bunch of people out there, Democrats, who are desperate to see their leaders put up a fight, and just seeing Democrats being willing to hang together and say, no, we're drawing the line in healthcare. There's a lot of bad shit going on, a lot of stuff that's wrong, a lot of ways in which we need to fight back, a lot of reasons to not fund this government, but we're going to draw the line in healthcare. We're going to make that our fight. We're going to pick that fight, and we're going to take it to its end. We're going to hang together. It's impressive. They've done it. Probably better than I think a lot of people hope for in terms of the politics of it, and it's led people to say, okay, all right, they're willing to do that. That doesn't solve everything. There's a lot of problems, but it tells you that there's that like Democrats are willing to listen and say, hey, they'll respond, right? Like, you're willing to fight, we'll have your back, right? That's a good sign. There's
and again, how did the fucking Democratic Party repay that kindness, that grace? By instantaneously stabbing their fucking voters in the back, much to the fucking dismay of literally everyone, including yourself, Hutch. So I'm starting. Where's the apologies to the fucking left? Because guess what? The left ended up being correct yet again.
I think I can't remember who it was, but there was a question on about who represents the future of the Democratic Party. Is it Abigail Spanberger or is it Zoran Mamdani? Right? And the answer is yes.
Both. Yeah, that's a good answer. Yes. That's the answer to that question. Yes. You're never going to have a Democratic Party that is ideologically homogenous. It's not going to happen. Not going to fucking happen, you guys. People are like, we want this takeover. No, no, no. You're not going to take it over. You like the whole point of the fucking Democratic Party is like, you know, we're all.
Well, no, that's the fucking problem and the main issue that people have with the fucking Democratic Party. It's because, actually, no, I disagree with this. It's not, it is, I would actually say that the Democratic Party is quite ideologically homogenous. It is ideologically homogenous for one thing and one thing only: corporate consolidation and corporations and the rich. That is what they are homogenous for. And that's not just the Democratic fucking Party. That's also the fucking Republican Party, right? Like, let's not get it twisted, all right? It is a fucking goddamn uniparty that is currently in power right now, and they are only interested in fighting for one thing and one thing only, and that is how to screw over the American people as much as possible from being able to have any semblance of fucking economic fucking emancipation within the fucking goddamn country. Simply put.
All in that tent, you know. They're just like, the moderates are not going to make the progressives like more moderate, probably, you know, like probably, and the progressives are probably not going to make the moderates like a lot more progressive. Maybe a little bit of movement one way or the other on this issue or that issue or whatever, but like it's a big tent party, and there's going to be fucking different.
And guess what? I've said this before. As a byproduct of it being as big of a tent as it is inevitably going to start pushing people out. I'm going to be quite honest. And people are getting fucking pushed out. And more people are going to keep getting pushed out because of the actions of this fucking, well, for lack of a better term, completely fucking dog shit fucking party. Dog shit fucking party. This party is fucking objectively one of the worst run fucking parties, I think, on the fucking goddamn planet in terms of the politics of the fucking situation. And guess what? I'm not going to blame any of the left when they say that they have a lot of fucking issues with what is going on amongst the fucking Democratic fucking Party. Because I'm going to be like, no, they're just correct. Yeah, the Democrats are fucking up consistently. Nobody likes what they are doing in terms of a lot of the policies and the things they purport to fucking care about. They are fucking up majorly, and they are fucking up really, really fucking badly here. And broadly speaking, everyone fucking agrees with that position there, Hutch. So, I don't know. If you just want to, like, be a demo shill, a democratic fucking shill, you know, you self-admitted to being that, not myself. If you just want to be a shill for a dying, decrepit fucking party that still wants to represent the interests of the fucking corporations, then that's your fucking prerogative. Be prepared to not be an effective fucking advocate for anything because of this fucking shutdown bullshit that's going on right now. Well, it's going to be shown in the minds of the people that, oh, these guys are all just liars and they only cared about one thing and one thing only, and that was who's lying in their fucking pocketbooks. Right, and I'm not going to blame anyone for wanting to completely leave the fucking Democratic Party as a result of that. In fact, I'll just be like, yeah, no, I totally understand. I think that makes perfect fucking sense. Why put any stock or any reservation on a party that has consistently fucking betrayed you? Like, why should you? No point. Fuck these motherfuckers. These guys are functionally fucking completely worthless. So yeah, I don't think there's like really much else to say besides you being a Democrat shill is the main reason, Hutch, why they are consistently not going to get any better in terms of getting more progressive on most fucking goddamn issues. That's the main problem. This party should be actively either be called dead or fucking shunned for a lot of its fucking goddamn behaviors, because god fucking damn, dude, the behaviors of the fucking current Democratic Party that is in charge right now is wholeheartedly fucking, I think, irredeemable, indefensible. I'm gonna be quite honest, because it's just like, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with these fucking people? They are doing everything possible to actively just tank any goodwill or good graces that they have built up over the months of work that they have just done, and are just fucking stomping on all of that for a seemingly no fucking reason. But yeah, I don't think there's really much else to say besides, don't be a fucking shill for the fucking Democrats, people. You're gonna start to make really bad fucking arguments as a result.